Welcome back to another edition of The Dirty Truth. Guys, we keep hearing this question, are men and women equal? I think the answer is almost. And I'll tell you why. I saw this article, without men, women, and sex, scientists one step away from making human babies from a single cell. Now, how many of you remember the movie The Matrix? There was a farm of babies being grown from scratch, basically being grown in a lab. And scientists say that they're closer to getting that way. And the excuse, or not the excuse, but the rationale was infertile families, same-sex families, things of that nature can have kids. So I found this video, and it looks like Elon Musk may be one of the people that's investing in this technology. But I'll play like a minute or so of this video.
Introducing Ectolife, the world's first artificial womb facility.
Ectolife, the world's first artificial womb facility. This video is kind of cartoonish, but based on the previous article I shared with you, it's not that far off. This article is dated July 18th. 2023, but let's get back to this video.
Powered entirely by renewable energy. Ectolife allows infertile couple to conceive a baby and become the true biological parents of their own offspring. It's a perfect solution for women who had their uterus surgically removed due to cancer or other complications. With Ectolife, premature births and C-sections will be a thing of the past. Ectolife is designed to help countries that are suffering from severe population decline, including Japan, Bulgaria, South Korea, and many others.
Okay, I did a previous video about how the U.S. birth rate has been declining for the last 20 years. So Japan, Bulgaria, South Korea, they're in a worse off situation than we are currently, but we're getting there. So keep that in mind as the solution to a declining birth rate. We're not going to mandate that women have children. It's still a free choice. You can choose to have kids or not have kids, but something's got to be done, or we're going to just die off and return the planet back over to the animals. One is going to happen.
The facility features 75 highly equipped labs. Each state-of-the-art lab can accommodate up to 400 growth pods or artificial wombs. Every pod is designed to replicate the exact conditions that exist inside the mother's uterus. A single building can incubate up to 30,000 lab-grown babies per year. Ectolife allows your baby to develop in an infection-free environment. The pods are made of materials that prevent germs from sticking to their surfaces.
Okay, that's enough. You pretty much get the point. And they're saying they can do this without sperm or egg. They can generate a baby just through the single or human cells, as this says, making human babies from a single cell. So no sperm, no egg, generate a baby in a lab. I mean, there's some moral questions around whether this should happen or not. But getting back to my earlier point, what is the solution to a declining birth rate? A society can't sustain itself if the majority of its citizens are elderly or seniors. You have to have a certain number of working age adults for a society to sustain itself. Another thing I want to talk about is what I said, are men and women equal? The reason I say almost is because throughout history, there has always been more value placed on our women than our men. And if you think about it, when we went to war in World War II, there were mostly men fighting. For one simple reason, women have always been more valuable because they create life. So you have to protect the source of life in your community in order to even have a community. So men were sacrificial. We can guess our women can make more men, but men can't make more men or women. So men have always been, what's the word? Expendable. Men have always been expendable in society. But if this technology goes where they're trying to make it go to where you don't need a man or you don't need a woman to create a life, does that level the playing field and no longer says that men are more, or I'm sorry, it no longer says that women are more valuable than men. We're basically equal at that point. So that's why when I ask the question, are men and women equal? The answer is almost, because the technology isn't there yet. But when it gets there, are we at that point truly equal? Because you don't need a man to pull a trigger of a gun on a battlefield. A woman can pull a trigger just as easily as a man can. So there's no more hand-to-hand combat in battle. So we're not, fighting with spears and swords anymore. So everybody has a firearm on a battlefield, and women can pull the trigger just as easily as a man can. So if there was another draft or something like that, a conflict or major world conflict, and this technology has developed to where it's sustainable, will there be a difference between who goes to war and who doesn't? I don't know. That's a question for you to answer, but I just want to get this story out and let me know what you think about it. If you have any comments on it. Thing I left off was this concept. They actually made a movie about it. It's called The Pod Generation. It came out last year, 2023. And I put the image of the thumbnail for the movie The Pod Generation here. You can check out the trailer. Just go to YouTube, type in The Pod Generation official trailer, and you'll see what I mean. But everyone keeps saying it's coming, so one way or another. But like, subscribe, comment, and share. Appreciate it.